Clay and Lizzie here. Welcome to GatorCNA On Demand, where you'll find free resources and step-by-step videos covering all 22 clinical skills to help you prepare for the Florida Certified Nursing Assistant exam. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. And if you're serious about passing the Florida CNA exam on your first try, we've designed GatorCNA On Demand SurePass just for you. Visit www.GatorCNAOnDemand.com to sign up for a free preview with 3 full modules. We hope you enjoy this video. This skill is indirect care. Indirect care is a skill that's evaluated while you perform each skill. This skill evaluates behaviors that are common to any resident care, such as infection control, safety, communication, and resident preferences, needs, comfort, and rights. You're not given instructions to perform indirect care skill. The nurse watches for these behaviors while you perform each skill. In the checkpoints provided for each skill throughout the videos, online modules, and student manual, indirect care checkpoints are identified with an IC at the end. Indirect care is one of the 5 skills scored in every clinical skills test. Follow along in your student manual.
Indirect care behaviors can be broken up into 4 categories. The first of these categories is standard precaution of infection control. Standard precautions of infection control are basic measures that are taken to reduce the spread of viruses, disease, and other bacteria. These behaviors include, but are not limited to, ensuring your hands are clean before touching a resident or any supplies, avoiding holding clean linens against one's uniform, removing gloves without contaminating oneself, avoiding placing linens and supplies directly on the floor, and avoiding placing contaminated supplies directly on the resident's overbed table. The next indirect care category is comfort needs. This includes asking a resident to test the temperature of the water before each bathing skill, checking in on the resident throughout the care to ensure they're comfortable, and ending each skill asking if you could provide them with anything to ensure their comfort, such as providing them with a book to read, a show to watch, or a beverage. The next indirect care category is residents' rights. Residents' rights are protected by Florida law. They ensure all residents are being treated to a minimum standard of care. To start, the resident's living area should be treated as their home, so you must knock before entering. Address the resident by their preferred name and avoid using pet names such as Honey or Sweetie. Privacy must be provided to the resident during care. For the clinical exam, this checkpoint will be met by closing the curtain before beginning care. This privacy checkpoint also includes keeping the resident reasonably covered during dressing or bathing skills. The CNA candidate must also provide care according to the resident's care plan. No deviation from the care plan is allowed. If the care plan dictates a specific part of the body or a side of the body is to be cared for, providing care to the wrong body part may result in failing the clinical exam. The final indirect care behavior category is safety. Always ensure that you're taking steps to ensure the resident's safety and your own safety. Keep the resident a safe distance from the bed at all times. Ensure the resident is wearing proper footwear before standing. Always leave the bed in a safe position, and always leave a call light with the resident so they have a means to call for help if needed. While you provide care, make sure that you're using proper body mechanics to ensure your own safety. You will now watch the opening and closing statements that we'll be using at the beginning and ending of each skill. These scripts that we have created ensure we hit many of these indirect care checkpoints required for each skill.
Do you learn better in an online course instead of YouTube? The full version of this course, GatorCNA On Demand SurePass, includes access to full online modules that include lectures, practice quizzes, digital flashcards, and a mock exam to help you prepare for both the clinical and written Florida CNA exam. Sign up for a free preview at www.GatorCNAOnDemand.com to get access to 3 full modules and see why 92% of our students pass the state exam. We'll have a standard opening and closing script we're going to repeat for every single skill. This script will help us ensure we're meeting several of the indirect care checkpoints. We'll start each skill by knocking on the resident's door. We're going to consider this the place that they live, so we don't want to just barge in. When given permission to enter, go ahead and greet the resident, introduce yourself, and explain the care you're about to provide. Hi, Miss Azalea. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. My name's Lizzie. I'm your nursing assistant, and today I was going to take your vitals. Is that okay?
Yes.
Fantastic. Let me go wash my hands, get my supplies, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Once you've explained the care you're about to provide, you'll close the curtain to ensure the resident's privacy. Once the curtain has been closed, head over to the sink and wash your hands. Always make sure you have clean hands before touching any supplies, touching the resident, or touching any of the resident's belongings. Once you have clean hands, you can start to begin care. While giving care, ensure that you're always keeping the resident safe, keeping them comfortable, ensuring you're following standard precautions, and that you're respecting residents' rights. When you're done with the skill, you're going to say goodbye to the resident, ensure they need anything else for their comfort, like a glass of water or put a show on for them, and hand them the call light. The call light is very important as this is a safety measure so they can call for help if needed. After you hand them the call light, open up the curtain and then wash your hands for a final time. Washing your hands should always be the very last step you do. Once you have clean hands at the end of the skill, don't touch anything else or else you'll have to wash your hands again. When you're done providing care, you can then move on to your closing statements. Okay, Miss Azalea, is there anything I can get for you before I take off for the day? Can I get you a glass of water or put on a TV show for you?
No, thank you.
Okay. Here's your call light. Please let me know if you need anything.
Okay.
Once the resident has their call light, you can then leave the room and open up the curtain. When the curtain is open, head back to the sink and wash your hands for the final time.
Are you loving our free CNA training? If you'd like more resources, tools, and support, visit www.GatorCNAOnDemand.com to preview our full course, SurePass, or click the link on the screen or in the description. Give us a thumbs up to support us, and if you have a question, feel free to leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching GatorCNA On Demand.
Thanks for watching GatorCNA On Demand. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment or question, and subscribe to the channel for more support on your Florida CNA journey.